Welcome to the channel. Please consider leaving a comment or giving us a like. Hope you enjoy the video. Early one summer, a hummingbird flew into our garage. Unfortunately, we have a high ceilings in our garage, so the escape for the hummingbird was not readily apparent. We tried to no avail to help the small nervous bird escape. She, not sure of the gender, would not take our subtle suggestions. We tried several hints found on the web. One was closing the garage door and then opening it to let the sunlight in, possibly marking the escape route. However, the garage opener noise just seemed to frighten her even more. The hummingbird could have also been frightened by our presence, not sure. Unfortunately, she would not land on anything to rest. Instead, she kept flying around and wearing herself out. At this time, we thought it best to leave her alone after placing some hummingbird nectar in feeders at several locations to provide some nourishment and hopefully mark the escape route. After checking on her numerous times, our attempts did not seem to help. I believe her unwillingness to come down was due to the high ceiling, as she was always flying above the garage door. After what seemed like several hours, I decided to check on her again and could not immediately find her. You see, every time I checked, she was easy to spot because her constant flying made a distinct noise that was easy for you to lock in on her. At this time, I was hopeful that she made it out after visiting one of the feeders in our yard. I eventually found her on the garage floor. She was exhausted, and even though she saw me, she gave no indication that she was going anywhere. I reached down and gently scooped her into the palm of my hand and took her around to the back porch where my wife Kim and Kim's best friend Stephanie were enjoying the day. We got some fresh nectar and tried to see if we could feed her. I placed the nectar in small lids so that she could grab a drink. She was unable to do so. We eventually resorted to placing our finger in the nectar, and she would lick it off. After some time, she was able to stand on her own, but made no immediate move to escape. We believe at this point she realized we were trying to help. She stayed for what seemed like an hour, licking nectar from our fingers, gaining strength until she stopped, sat for a moment, seemed to look at us, possibly say thank you, and then gently flew off. Some of the clips are repeats from different cameras, maybe zoomed in a bit more. Unfortunately, we only captured a few minutes of footage. We were really amazed at how still she stood, and for so long, when there was a lot of surrounding noise, and three of us hovering over her. Hummingbirds drink nectar by rapidly lapping it up with their long, forked tongues, sometimes more than 15 to 20 times per second, rather than sucking it up like a straw. Their tongues feature tiny, hair-like filaments, lamellae, that curl open upon contact with nectar to trap liquid and close while retracting to deliver it into the beak. A few facts about hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are tiny, acrobatic birds of the Americas, family Trochilidae, known for hovering via extremely fast wing beats, up to 99 beats a second. They weigh 2 to 20 grams, possess iridescent feathers, and have the highest metabolism of any homeothermic animal, requiring them to feed every 10 to 15 minutes on nectar and insects. They are the only birds that can fly backward. Key hummingbird facts and abilities. Speed. They can fly up to 50 miles per hour during courtship dives, with wing beats creating their namesake humming sound. Unique flight and structure. They can fly forward, backward, sideways, and hover. Their shoulder joints rotate 180 degrees. Diet and metabolism. They consume up to 12 times their body weight in nectar daily. To survive nights, they enter torpor, a hibernation-like state to conserve energy. Lifespan. Most live 3 to 5 years, although the oldest recorded wild broad-tailed hummingbird lived over 12 years. Migration. Some, like the rufous hummingbird, travel up to 3,900 miles from Alaska to Mexico. Threats and predators. Predators include snakes, larger birds, and cats. Key facts about hummingbird sleep. Torpor survival mode. Hummingbirds enter torpor every night, reducing their metabolic rate by up to 95% to prevent starving before dawn. Sleeping positions. While they usually perch upright, they can sometimes be found hanging upside down while in a deep state of torpor. Preferred roosting spots. They select small twigs, often in thick shrubs or trees, allowing their feet to lock onto the branch securely. Solitary sleepers. Hummingbirds do not sleep in nests, except for mothers staying with their young. Nocturnal state. They stop feeding around 30 minutes before dark and can take up to 20 minutes to wake up from their death-like state. Cold weather strategy. When nights are particularly cold, they may become hypothermic to survive. Appearance and habitat. Iridescence. Males have a brightly colored throat patch, or gorget, which shifts colors in the sun. Size. They range from the 2-inch bee hummingbird, smallest in the world, to 8-inch giant hummingbirds. Habitat. Found exclusively in the Americas, particularly in tropical regions, though they frequent North America. While not all hummingbird species are currently endangered, many are vulnerable due to habitat loss. They play a crucial role as pollinators for many plants. There are approximately 366 species of hummingbirds in the hummingbird family, Trochilidae, all of which are native only to the Americas. While the vast majority live in tropical regions of Central and South America, about 15 to 27 species are regularly seen or breed in North America. Common North American species. These are the most widespread hummingbirds you are likely to encounter in the United States and Canada. Ruby-throated hummingbird. The only species that commonly breeds east of the Mississippi River. Males have a brilliant iridescent red throat and green back. Anna's hummingbird. A common West Coast resident known for staying year-round in its range. Males have a distinctive pinkish red or fuchsia throat and crown. Rufous hummingbird. Famous for its fiery orange color and aggressive nature. It has one of the longest migration routes of any bird, traveling from Alaska to Mexico. Black-chinned hummingbird. Widespread across the western U.S. and highly adaptable to various habitats. Males feature a velvety black throat with a thin purple band underneath. Calliope hummingbird, the smallest bird in North America. Despite its tiny size, it breeds in harsh mountain environments. Costa's hummingbird, a desert specialist found in the southwest. Males have a deep purple crown and long throat feathers that flare out like a mustache. Broad-tailed hummingbird. Common in the Rocky Mountains, these mountaineers have a rose-red throat and produce a metallic whistling sound with their wings while flying. Specialty and rare species. Certain species have very limited ranges, primarily near the U.S.-Mexico border. Rivoli's hummingbird, formerly known as the magnificent hummingbird, it is one of the largest species seen in the United States. Lucifer hummingbird, a rare migrant found in the desert canyons of Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, recognized by its long, curved bill. Buff-bellied hummingbird, frequently found along the Gulf Coast of Texas. Blue-throated mountain gem. The largest hummingbird that breeds in the United States. Notable tropical species. In the tropics, diversity is much higher, featuring unique forms like bee hummingbird, native to Cuba. It is the world's smallest bird at just 2 inches long. Giant hummingbird, the largest species, found in the Andes, reaching up to 9 inches in length. Sword-billed hummingbird, the only bird with a bill longer than its body, specialized for feeding on long tubular flowers. Thanks for watching. Please consider leaving a comment or giving us a like. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you're here for the next one.